Hello y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. It's good to have you in here with me because it's fixing to be smelling real good and it's going to taste even better. I'm going to show y'all another one of my casseroles today, and I'm using ground beef that I had browned with onion and bell peppers and all, and then freezer banked it to where when I needed to make a quick casserole I could bring it out. So the recipe calls for a pound of beef, and I've got, you cook it and drain it, so I've got my beef just reheating in a skillet on the stove. I'm going to need about 2 cups of pasta cooked. A corkscrew, the shell, whatever kind. I'm going to use a trio. It's got 3 different kinds in it. And it's going to take some cheddar cheese and diced tomatoes. It calls for bell pepper, which I already have in my meat. And then on the top, you're going to put the French fried onions. And if you don't have them, just whatever you choose to put on the top. You could crumble up Fritos, Doritos, something for a crunch, because this is a crunchy beef casserole. So I'm going to get y'all over here watching what I'm doing, and we'll get the casserole in the oven where we can make a salad and have lunch around here. Hear the June singing her song. She's preheated and ready to cook. Okay, I've got my pasta and my diced tomatoes, cream of mushroom soup, some grated cheese, and my onion, fried onions. I've got my water boiling on the stove, so I'm going to go ahead and put a little salt in the water, and I'm going to get my pasta in and get it cooked, and I'll drain it and I'll show y'all what I'm doing along the way here. I'm just going to get my pasta in with a little dab of salt. I want to get a little bit of flavor into the salt. I'm going to let this cook for about 7 or 8 minutes. I don't want it so mushy that it'll fall apart, but I do like for it to be soft. That's interesting to have the different kinds in there and the different shapes. Okay, I'll let that boil and then we'll get to the next part. Okay, I've got my pasta boiled, and I'm going to pour it in the colander and let it drain really well so it won't make my casserole watery. My beef has heated. I've got it just staying warm back there till I mix it all together. So I'm going to let that drain for a jiffy, and then we'll get over to the stove and put it all in one pot, stir it up, and then get it into the casserole and top it with our French fried onions and cheese. Be right back. I've added in my cream of mushroom soup and my tomatoes that it called for, and I'm going to add my cheese and my pasta and get it in my dish, and then we'll get the French fried onions on the top. Get this mixed up. Then I'll mix in my 3/4 of a cup of cheese. I'm going to leave a little bit for the top. I'm going to put some cheese in with those French fried onions on the top. Make it a little crunchy and cheesy on the top part. Okay, the pasta, I rinsed it just a little bit to get some of the starch out where it wouldn't gum up so bad. It's hot. And I'm just going to mix this together. I'll finish mixing it, and then I'll get it in the 9x13, and then we will get the topping on it. Okay, I'm ready to get my pasta mixture into the casserole dish. Just going to smooth it around in here. And I want to sprinkle a little of the cheese that I have left just to snitch around on the top. Maybe I'll get a little bit more. I know y'all not going to believe I'm going to quit with that. And then it calls for a can of the French fried onions. I generally buy the big bag at Sam's and Costco. So I'm just putting them on there till I cover the top. I'm not sure how much that this would be if I, you know, compared to a can of them. Okay. Isn't it pretty? Fixing to put it in the June oven. Let it cook about 30 minutes and this will kind of brown over and it'll be delicious. While my casserole's cooking, I'm going to show y'all my eggs. I just gathered the eggs from the hens. Look how big that egg is. And she laid yesterday. I had 6 eggs yesterday and I've got 6 today. These are the normal size. But up the side, look, it looks like peewee. I mean, I'm talking about this egg is huge. Look at the difference. That's some good laying hens. Putting it in my hand, how big it is. Okay, here's our casserole. Those crunchy onions on the top are going to be delicious. Here's Troy's plate. He's got the casserole, and then I had bought one of those salad mixes, a Southwest salad, and I just added fresh tomatoes to it, and they're so good because they have the crunchy pieces in them and some cheese and all the greens. So that's going to be lunch today. Fix to sit down at the table and have lunch with my honey. I hope y'all try this casserole. It's a good one. I do a lot of casseroles with beef, ground beef, and that's why I like to cook it and freezer bank it. And then when you pull it out to make your casserole, it doesn't take long. When I do that, I try to weigh it and do 1 pound to 1.5 pounds to the package. And that's about what most casseroles call for. So that's another idea for y'all to do if you are a working person that's responsible for the meals. If you'll get you some meat done ahead of time and put it in the freezer, then you can just pull it right out and make quick meals. Sloppy joes, different kind of casseroles, soups, chili, the meat's done. So that helps a whole bunch. Put this in your file. Let me know when you try it. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. And once you hit that red subscribe button, if you'll tap that little bell, you'll be notified when I have another video uploaded. And I would appreciate that. Thank y'all for watching. My channel is gaining 10 to 12 new subscribers about every day or every other day. And I'm thanking the good Lord every day for every one of you. Y'all are helping me. It's blessing me. I hope that you're enjoying the recipes. Come back here in a day or two. We'll have something else for you. The Lord bless you.